Now, hopefully, I can. If anybody's there, I'm back. I think I solved the problem. I closed every window, and I had to log out of StreamYard completely and log back in. So, and that wasn't my doing. I have to apologize, John. I need to send you the link again. Yeah, bear with me for a second. Let me let y'all look at my pet real quick. Hopefully, I can get the numbers back up because they are really doing a number on me. Okay. Oh no, I see you. I see you.
I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that, John.
It's okay.
Let me let these numbers get back up again. Hopefully, somebody log in. Okay, I see you there. Let me set this up for the next slide. This is the next one I'm going to go into. All right, we're going to get back into it. I know my number's not right, but I'm not mad because of the fact that I knew something was going to happen in my live, that because they've done it before. They did it like 3 times the last time I did a live. And so this right here, I found very interesting. Is this the tragic connection of George Floyd's girlfriend once taught Dante Wright in high school? Now, one thing that that 17th letter always says is the fact that how many times does something have to happen for it not to be considered a coincidence? Now, it's not by chance that this guy was taught by George Floyd's girlfriend. Article states 2 men never met, but both were black fathers that died in confrontation with police. This heartstrings. That's all it was. It's heartstrings. Both were in the Minneapolis area, and on Tuesday it was revealed that the 2 men had more of a personal connection. Floyd's girlfriend, Courtney Ross, was Wright's former teacher. Wright's aunt, Natasha Wright, revealed the connection at a press conference alongside Floyd's family and attorney Ben Crump. I know everyone knows that name, on Tuesday. Now, how many times does something have to happen for it not to be a coincidence? It's crazy.
Well, the Bible says there's no coincidences, so there's a reason.
No, it never is. It never is. Let me get my folders back open. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I had the video lined up. There it is. That's the next thing I'll do. Yeah, just in case you guys haven't seen the video of the the epic times in Hong Kong, here it is right here. There's no sound to it, so turn that down. You know, I told someone on on IG that I said these are some of the smartest people in the world, but they can't operate a hammer. In this room, they actually had a knife to the lady that's standing right there. They put a knife to her. But this is like a replay. They're gonna hit another angle.
That's me, Joe, for you.
Yeah.
It's another thing we could throw into the log of information tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys look like they would have a hard time telling you the days a week in order.
Oh no, they could look. They don't even know how to work a hammer. That's something else. Look at them. They don't know how to work a hammer.
It's like that movie Major League. These guys are swinging at pitches that were thrown on Monday, but they're swinging on Wednesday.
Yeah, and they took some files. They took hard drives, computers, and all that other stuff.
I think the sharpest tool in the shed.
No, and they would know how to operate the sharpest tool anyway.
Exactly.
But look at this. This is not going to stop the news because they can print it at another location and just ship it there.
Brent says, "I wonder how much they were paid." Well, whatever they were paid, their client was overcharged.
Yeah. Yeah, and Epic Times, they did a nice little story. They were live the night after it happened. They went live for about 3 hours.
Wow.
When they covered it. Of course, they covered their own debauchery.
Yeah, of course.
But John, have you heard anything on any other currencies or anything like that while I get this next slide open?
Well, what I can tell you, I have to go look at it, so just give me a second. I'll dial it up. I sent it through earlier today, as you know. So let me just pull this back up. Okay, so this is in regards to the private placements.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who knows me knows we talk about this frequently, specifically tiers 1 through 4B. So if again, this is just a recap. If people already know this, sorry, just for those who don't know. So there's ostensibly four tiers in the private placement. There's one which is presidents and royalty and ambassadors, things of that nature, the self-important types. Tier 2 is senators, congressmen, politicians. Now, probably a lot of them, whoever's left standing, that's good, will get it. But we know a lot of them have been, eliminated out of the mix. And what's been holding this whole thing up, because people want to know, is corruption. That's really at the root of what we always talk about, Joe, when we talk about geopolitical. Obviously, one follows the other. So if there's corruption in politics, there's going to be corruption in finances. They go hand in hand. So that's tier 2. Tier 3 is military, guys like you,
Mm-hmm.
Colonels, lieutenants, master sergeants, et cetera, and then tier 4A is what I'm in. That's the private. That's church groups, nonprofits. Then 4B is the internet. Anybody who bought currency off of, Safe Dinar, Exchange of America, places like that, and then it's the public. So here's that being said, that we've kind of laid a foundation. Here's what I got today from my mentor, Don, who's brought me into this about 8 years ago. The word is tonight that about 27 megafiles, groups, and subfiles, sometime after midnight tonight, apparently, VIP principals in our groups, that's, like senior pastors, upper leadership within the church groups, could be looking at working capital as early as Monday the 19th, all the way up to Wednesday the 21st, for distribution a few days afterwards. So we will see how that transpires. Now, to clarify your question, that relates specifically to the ZIM. So 1% payout of the ZIM, and that would be like the Three Gorges Dam, where it would start to matriculate and leak out. So you would see 1% in the ZIM initially, and then it would be full payment of ZIM. Now, the reason this is important is because that ZIM is the foundational underlayment for all the other currencies to go. And everybody talks about the dinar. The dinar is the front of house, and the ZIM is behind the scenes, right? So dinar is what everybody sees, but in actuality, it's the ZIM that makes it go. So dinar will be important for optics for people to see, currencies moving. But what's really hydrating everything else is the zinc. So that's kind of in a nutshell where we stand at this point.
Now, you do expect all the currencies to go pretty much at the same time, though, right?
Yeah, they will. They all go hand in hand. Absolutely.
Well, if you guys can go and still get some currency, I would go to either a currency exchange, usually at a mall, airport, something like that. You can get it. Sometimes you can get it from the bank. I know I used to get my Vietnamese dong and the Indonesian rupiah. I used to get that from Wells Fargo. And, but I'm not sure if they're still doing the foreign currency. But we're going to touch on that foreign currency again before the end of the night. The next slide here is this. A teen was shot aiming a toy gun at a Maryland State police trooper. So it's here, a Maryland State police trooper shot a 16-year-old boy dead after the teenager aimed what the investigators learned was a toy gun at the officers before pulling a knife on the officer. All right, they didn't list the name of the suspect or anything like that. But one of the things I was looking for was the race of the person. And if you notice, I'm gonna let you guys read this. Just skim over it if you can see it. I hope you can see it. But let me see if I can blow it up a little bit more or something like that. So yeah. All right. I'm gonna let y'all just read over it. And like I said, remember what I told you in I think a couple of my shows back. I said that you have to watch what the media tell you and how they tell you. Because not once did they say the race of the person who aimed the gun at the officer. But it was a replica gun. So this right here, we really need to stop buying guns for for kids and all that other stuff. But this kid was 16 years old, so it's a good chance that he bought this himself. But
okay, Joe. If I just chime in on something.
Yeah.
So just to segue, Davida saying she believes Bitcoin is going to crash all the other currencies because of the real owner of it. No, it's totally not correct. It's they're mutually exclusive of each other.
What? No, she said Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. I mean, which one is she talking about?
She's saying Bitcoin.
Okay, Bitcoin is owned. China owns 67% of Bitcoin.
Yep.
Yeah, and so they control the Bitcoin market. And so if they get a wild hair, they can crash the market if they want to.
Oh yeah.
So, but I believe that they're trying to push people to. It's crazy because half of the market is pushing people to cryptocurrency, and half of it is pushing it away from cryptocurrency.
Right.
And I've been promoting, silver, gold, platinum, palladium, right? That's what I've been promoting because of the fact that because cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is not backed by anything. It's a promissory note, which I assume that this was the vehicle to move the country into the cashless society, the digital currency. That's what the original plan was. And remember, cryptocurrency started about 10 years ago. So it was their way to get this thing ready because the old plan with the fiat system, the central bank, it only operates for about 50 years before it implodes.
Right.
And then they have to do something to create another way to go into a different direction with the currency. And how do they do that? A war. A war or some type of disaster. And they use that in order to funnel in the new method. Donald Trump didn't give them a war.
Right.
They didn't have a war this past 4 years. So they had no other way to do it. That's why everything is being done at a faster pace right now. Everything is so wide open right now because they have to get the plan back according to what the original plan is. All right, what you saw right here.
And I wasn't trying to call Davida out. I just wanted to make a correction.
No, just bring it up.
On the same page. That's commonly thought by a lot of people, but it's actually the opposite. And No, you're right, brother. It's like, Trump didn't give him a war. In fact, he went diametrically in the opposite direction. He gave him peace. He was brokering peace deals the entirety of his first 4 years. And using the vaccine was also a way to speed up, as we know, the RV and to basically expose their Great Reset agenda, which is what they were hoping the war would propagate.
Right.
So he totally denied them everything they wanted. Somebody's talking about they have buckets of quarters and stuff. If that's junk silver pre-1964, hold on to that.
Right. I would hold on to everything up to 1970. I would.
After 1964, it's being used with zinc.
It's 64, 65 is partially copper.
Right.
I think it's copper, but I know that half dollars go to 72.
Do they?
Yeah, they go to 72. Now, but that's why I said, just for the sake of a number, so that people, just so you won't have any doubt, keep anything prior to 1970. That's what I do. Anything 1970, I put it in a can, and if there's any silver in there, hey, let's melt that down and get the silver out of it. I mean, it may not be a lot, but I'll get some out of there. But
remember, Joe, as you know, you and I talked about this offline.
Mm-hmm.
At least to my brain, I always think of coins and bars separately. So I isolate them. The coins for me are the bartering, right? How you're going to buy goods and services.
Right.
And then the bars are your wealth preservation. So,
exactly.
You're using one to leverage the other. So if you can separate it like that, I think it makes it easier to kind of, compartmentalize it.
Well, I know that's one of the things that I'm definitely going to do once that the exchange happens, or the rate actually changes.
100%.
And hopefully it'll be some left. So,
well, have you shown them that? Well, there'll be plenty of gold. There won't be a lot of silver.
There won't be a lot of silver, right?
But there'll be plenty of gold. We do have the gold, like Q says.
Right.
Have you ever shown them the debt clock calendar?
Yeah, I have, but I'll click back on it. Because
it's at about 5,200 for silver today, and a little over 30. I think it's 37 for gold. So it's
No, actually, it's the coins up to 1965, but I recommend keeping everything up to 1970 just to be on the safe side, knowing that anything after 1965 does have copper in it. There's copper in the coin, but I just want to be safe about it instead of missing out on a strategic quarter or a dime or a nickel, something like that did have more than 70% silver in it or something like that. Just keep everything prior to 1970, and any half dollars, I think it's 72. 50-cent pieces.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And can you say right here?
Yeah, Kenita knows. She's
right. She deals in it. She's
a pit bull. She loves to get information. She definitely works on the angle as well. So,
how about this?
Yeah. Yep. You and I got that hot off the presses yesterday.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, his body wasn't even cold yet when we got it. Bernard Lawrence Madoff is an American former market maker, investor, market maker, really?
Market breaker,
financier, and convicted fraudster who is currently who is currently serving prison. How you currently serving? You're dead. Oh man, basically he was in prison for a Ponzi scheme.
Right.
He died April 14, 2021. And it was later that day we actually saw that it was actually coming across Amazon. It was posted then. I sent the picture to you off my Amazon watch box. I said a watch box because I know it's probably watching me just like I'm watching it. So I'm gonna give you a show if you're gonna watch me. Anyway, Madoff, he made off with everyone's money, did a little time, and checked out of here. To me, he got off light because I don't think any of those people got their money back. I think he paid back like 30% of the people, if I remember reading it correctly.
I don't even know if it was that.
Yeah, because pretty much all the money was gone. So about the time they got to it, but he still got off lightly. You know what? I saw a special where someone interviewed his wife. I think she divorced him, but someone interviewed his ex-wife, and she's living like what's the word, pauper?
Yeah.
Yeah, or something like that. If that's the correct term for it. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, she's not doing too well.
Mm-mm. Neither will all the families around the world who've had on their OFAC, that list I showed you, all their assets and
Right.
all that, their, everything being arrested and seizures of assets. They're not doing too well either. So.
I wanted to show y'all this. I'm not sure if any of you guys saw the YouTube video from Mr. Dante. I'm not going to say his last name because, like I said, we already know what happens if I say it. Because I did say, remember I said I didn't want to say that word, and bam, my lie went straight to head. So, but check this out. This is your boy who they're celebrating in Minnesota. I mean Minneapolis. Now I want to show you guys something. I'm not sure if you noticed it, but if I can get rid of this. There it is. He has a different gun right here in his pocket right here. Now, what's the purpose of getting on YouTube, smoking weed, and flashing guns? And he's 20 years old and he has a little girl. He had a little girl. If he's dead, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. But he has a little girl flashing, smoking weed, flashing guns. I mean, the image, Sprite didn't realize what they had when they coined the phrase "image is everything." And I'm pretty sure you guys didn't know that he was out there doing this. And let me explain something to you. One of the reasons they pulled him over is because of expired license plate and warrant. And they say, oh, he had the freshener, the air freshener hanging from the rearview mirror. That wasn't the reason why they pulled him over, but the media is going to pump that up. But I want y'all to watch the video when they pull him over. Wait, first, yeah, I'm going to leave that one for after the video. Where's the video? No, that's not it. Oh, here it is. All right, I want you to watch the video, and I'm gonna play it twice. And I want you guys to pay attention to the officers, their actions, and pay attention to the officers standing off at the right of the screen. Oh, wow. Yes. Now, does it look like that guy smiling in the background over there? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If I can zoom in on his face. Can I do it? No, it's not going to let me zoom in on his face. Anyway, yeah, that didn't look right. That didn't look right. I don't know. I'm getting feedback again, so I know.
Here we go again.
Yeah. Okay. But I have an image I want to show y'all just real quick. Let me shrink this other screen down. Now, when I was a police officer, I had my taser was in the front on my like right here on the front side of me, but it was tilted right almost on a 45-degree angle, all because it was jamming in my legs. So I turned it sideways where I can have a side, a side pull, side draw. Anyway, one of the things a lot of cities were doing was changing the color of the taser so that you can recognize if you have the taser or not. Right now, you can't make a mistake. Now, if you look right here, you see what color is that taser right there?
Yellow.
It's yellow. And not once did she see in her hand, she has her gun in her hand. And I mean, I don't know what this paper is. She held onto this paper from the moment she got out of the car. But in this picture, you see that the tasers are yellow. So she's clearly right-handed. So, and we're trained to where our tasers are usually on the opposite side of the gun so that we wouldn't have that problem. Now, for her to have over 20 some odd years on, and I figured the tasers have only been in effect for probably the last seven to 10 years. And during that time, you mean to tell me that you make a mistake like that and draw with your right hand your taser?
Good point. Well, how about the fact that,
See,
Joe, that they didn't even put the cuffs on the kid and he was holding his hands back and he might have been holding his fingers to it, but there was no actual cuffs put on him.
yeah, no, he wasn't. He didn't. I don't know what he was doing. He was stalling out. First of all, I wouldn't have done it right there in the door because I wouldn't have given him an avenue to run to get back into the car. I would have pulled him out and pulled him behind the car for one, because you have a second guy in the car. I don't know if there's anybody else in the car, but I would have pulled him out to the trunk of the car. I would have handcuffed him. If I had a cover, which she was, I would have searched him and then handcuffed him, or handcuffed him and then searched him. It didn't matter either order. Either order would have been fine. But if you look right here at the bottom down here, where's her taser? It's clearly yellow on the left side of her body. Now, I'm not trying to be a Monday morning quarterback because, a lot of people react differently in stressful situations. So, and I've actually had several stressful situations, being a police officer. There's so many stories that I can get into, but some of them I just don't want to relive because of how gruesome they were. But I can actually say, knock on wood, I prayed after I graduated, walked across the stage. I prayed that I wouldn't have to fire my gun, and I didn't have to fire my gun once. So, yeah, which is a good thing. And I appreciate that part of my life going through that. Okay, where did I put the folder? I'm looking for the folder that I just recreated with with all the stuff in. Where did it go?
It happens.
Okay, here it is. Dog it. It closed up on me. Let me see if I can find. Oh, I know how to find it. And no, I needed that because that link you sent me, about where did I put it? Look over here. This.
Which one? There's a couple.
Yeah, the Trump thing.
Oh, yeah, okay, for the
that was the next one. The next one coming up.
Okay.
So All right, here's we're at that part of the show because, like I said, I didn't want to stay too long. We're at that part of the show that we want to break down this little nugget that we came across. And John, if you don't mind, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do this since you brought it to my attention, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and pull the
Sure.
velvet sheet from this shiny vehicle.
No
And
problem.
I'll switch over to the page, and hopefully I can follow you. All right.
This is finally where I get to say the line that I never got to say from Rush Hour 2, follow the rich white man, except in this case, the non-rich white man, hoping to be a rich white man, sharing the wealth sharing the wealth with everybody.
All
Like
right.
that guy who was hoarding, I'm actually sharing, but yeah.
He's sharing. Yeah, I know, huh? But
That's fine.
here's one of the things right here.
Okay. So the first thing I need to make clear is I'm always about giving credit where credit is due, right, Joe? So I have to give this to my sister in Christ and an amazing person, Misty Burris, who, if John's still on the show with me, knows her very well. Misty is probably one of the best researchers, pure Q white hat researchers I've ever met. And the copious information that she finds always every day just blows my mind. She finds things out of left field, and we feed her stuff, John and I, occasionally, but she just is really good at digging. So she approached me with this about a day ago, and she said, John, I was thinking about it. With Nasara Jasara, there's going to be all these different streams of income that are going to be coming at us apart from the global currency reset, or as Amina calls it, the rainbow currency, however you want to deem it, that's fine. It's, semantics. Mm-hmm. But she's like, I found this article about President Trump, and just like, Joe, you and I have talked about this, the Chinese bonds. And so this is another sort of extension of the Chinese bonds. Think of this as another branch on the tree. But this one is awesome. And you, as a military guy and as a cop, know the legitimacy of certain things. So I'll in the end of this, I'll defer back to you on the legality of the legitimacy of this. But basically, President Trump, when he signed this executive order, I think about a year ago, he included not only the Chinese bonds that are sitting in Lewisburg, Tennessee, that the Chinese had to pay out the Brits back in '87.
No, it wasn't.
They owe us about.
It was. It was actually in December.
Yeah, it was actually just there. Well, there you go. Exactly. Mm-hmm. No coincidences once again. So he included as an addendum to the Chinese bonds. The Chinese owe us about 1.9 trillion on those bonds. I have some. I think you have some. There's probably X amount of people that have them. But anyway, excuse me. He included this, what I'm about to talk about, treasury bonds. Now, the thing that people here in the chat room and in general that see this need to understand right off the bat, get this right off the table, is we're not talking about those piddly little $25 savings bonds your mom or your grandmother gave you when you were a kid that, on purpose, they suppress the value. So you're maybe going to get 50, 100 bucks out of it. We as a former corporation under the defunct USA Corporation, we were being basically financial slaves, right? You know that, Joe, but I'm just for the crowd's sake. And so we were being sold off, just like when you put your money in a bank in the old days and they give you 1%, 0.5%, if you're lucky. They would stretch that dollar like a steroid and start loaning it out to other people. So for every $10 they got from you, they were loaning out, 100, 200 bucks and so on for mortgages, and then padding with interest. And so we were totally under the slavery of the Federal Reserve. As such, what I would say to people is this: is you ever get a credit card or a bank statement that had your name was all in capital letters? That's how you know that's a textbook sign, a telltale that you were under the old defunct corporation. Right. So basically, the Federal Reserve and Treasury of old was whoring us out as a corporation, loaning our savings bonds as a corporation to whatever they were doing, and I don't even want to know. It was pretty bad. So President Trump basically made an order here that's allowing us as a treasury bond, not a paper bond, but our physical person acts as a bond. And we're able to now cash those said bonds from our old corporation in real time. So Misty sent me this form. I sent it to you, Joe, and we filled it out. And all you have to do is, I even called the Treasury Department today to confirm this because I wanted to get it from the horse's mouth. when I talked to the lady there, they took my call in like 2 minutes, which tells me that it's probably a skeleton crew and they're not very busy right now with the transition. And she knew exactly what I was talking about. I said, I have my person is a corporation. I want to cash in on my person bonds. She goes, yeah, no problem. Fill out this form, which we'll get into in a minute. And I said, do I need to go to a treasury department to get it notarized? She goes, no, you can go to your local bank, go to the branch and just do it right there. They have the notary. And I said, then what? She said, then look at this last page, the P.O. Box to Minneapolis. No coincidences again. And once you mail it, we receive it. It takes about a week, and we will direct deposit that money into your account. So this is a live, fluid thing that's happening. I've been getting this out to people in my group. I'm going to kind of go through it with my mom and family tomorrow. I'm doing it in batches, but this is going to be a game changer for people to get instant money right now from themselves while we're waiting for the reset. So that, my humble suggestion, this is what I'm doing, not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice that way. I wouldn't want to be a financial advisor because those people would be telling you to put it in stocks and bonds in the old system and it would go right down the toilet. So I wouldn't trust those people to wax my car. So I'm glad I'm not a financial advisor. But my recommendation, what I'm doing with the money is gold and silver, more currencies. And then, but the first thing is pray about it and kind of see what God has for you, where he's leading you, because he could be leading you in a totally different direction altogether. Somebody, Kanita's asking about the form. We'll get into that, Kanita, in a second. Just needed to explain the construct to everybody about how monumental and groundbreaking this new opportunity is. Joe, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Now, this was actually an article, right? So what me and John did, we did a dig, and this is what we found. We found the actual executive order that talks about freeing up these funds that belong to us. So we want to see, okay, do we have access to that? I'm gonna have to pull that form back up again because it was closed. So
no worries. Joe, while you're doing that, can you just speak real quick as a mop up to, as a former cop, to the legitimacy of this? And it's very legal. People are concerned that it might not be legal or any of that. Can you just kind of put that to rest?
No, it's legal. Everything we're talking about, it's legal. It's legal. We're not going to do the hustle way, because I know that a few years ago, there were a lot of people doing the Social Security thing. Now, using their Social Security numbers to try to pay bills and all that other stuff. Now, true enough, in theory, it wasn't illegal, but when you are messing with the government, they will find a way to make it illegal. And you had a lot of people that was actually going to jail behind that whole thing. They got let out eventually, but this is like thousands of dollars later, years later. And you know, they're actually freed from jail, but it's, you know, what they do is they pretty much take your will away from you. Don't search there. Don't look there. You're not supposed to look in that. You're not supposed to look in that drawer.
Right.
Just
discouragement.
Right. It's that's all it was mainly discouragement. I was trying to find that form number. Before I get in, I wanted to get into it.
Yeah. While you're doing that, Joe, I'll handle this question. Somebody's asking about, does this only apply to citizens in the USA? Yes, it does apply. It's for the continental U.S. primarily. But that being said, I would have to believe that there's, because this is just SAR and it's global, that there's probably a Canadian, a European form of an equivalency. How you would go about researching that, you'd have to do your digging, but I'm quite sure there's got to be some type of equivalency, or that's in the works as we speak. Another thing I want to touch on, Joe, while you're doing that, just to fill some time for you, is I've gotten this question about 5 times today, and it's a good one. What about taxes? Well, under the old corporation, yes, you would get a 1099 form from the bank and so forth. But I'd have to confirm this. I'm not 100% on this, but I think the likelihood of taxes being eliminated is pretty close to 100%, because we're now going to a flat tax because of the SAR 14%, that again is effective on new goods and services, specifically new homes and cars, because that's what most people are going to use this money to purchase right out of the gate. Right. But our personal
you're
investment,
referring to no capital gains tax is what you're saying.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
As far as I know, that will not be applicable going forward, because because even though you're getting that money this year, the tax season goes, into next year.
Right.
And at that point, the IRS is going to look even more of a skeleton crew than it already does now.
Right. Well, look, we're going to say this because me and John also heard of people getting money back. So don't not
right.
Do your tax duties and all that other stuff because you don't want to be an example. I don't want to pay these people or anything like that. We all know that this thing is down. This system, cabal system is done. Mm-hmm. And there have been several people to get their money back on the taxes they paid this year.
Yeah,
they actually have legitimate witnesses and of people with evidence showing that they've received their money back. But if you look over here, here's the form.
There it is.
Form 3062. I hope you guys got your pen. I'll wait on you to get a pen or pencil or whatever you need to write with, because you're gonna need this, and then we're gonna run you through how to see how much money you have. But I was saving that for last. So
there's your form, Kenita.
Yeah, for everyone that's in there, the 64 people that are watching, you're lucky you stuck around, because you're gonna get a blessing, big time blessing at the very end.
Big time.
Yeah, because we're gonna walk you through seeing how much money, because I actually did it, and I got some scratch. Okay, I got some scratch in there. All right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So here's the form. Let me go back to the top. This is the form number right here. All you have to do is just put in, if I'm right, what is it? Let me make sure, because I typed in that form and it pulled it right up.
I can walk them through if you want, Joe. That helps you.
In the text you sent me.
Yeah, but I mean, if you scroll down, I'll explain to everybody how this goes. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
So what you folks have to do is go to treasurydirect.gov, treasurydirect, all one word, .gov. When you get to the home page, there is a calculator at the bottom. It's a rate calculator. So what you're going to do...
We can do that. Let's go ahead and go through
you want to do that? You want to do that? Okay, that's fine.
Let's go ahead and go through that.
Sure, we'll take them from the top, and then we'll come back to this. That's fine.
I have that somewhere over here. Where did I put it? Here it is. Let me take you down. Y'all bear with me. Excuse all the behind the stage stuff. Y'all didn't need to see that.
It's a pretty view nonetheless.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so if you blow that up a little bit, Joe, please.
Okay. All right.
Can you bring it forward a little bit more? Just to zoom in? Okay. So go to treasurydirect.gov. At the bottom where Joe is scrolling down.
Let me write that down. I hope you guys are writing this down. Please write it down and write down the steps, because you'll forget.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
We're going to teach you how to fish. So, so you go to the bottom. Once you're at this page right here, it's where it says savings bond calculator, where Joe has his mouse pointed directly.
Right here.
Right here. Yep.
And then that opens up. Let me open this up a little.
There you go.
Hit the button. I'm sorry. Go back.
Okay, so what you folks are going to do is you're going to go to the series right here, click on that, and go to e-bonds. That's electronic bonds. It's not a paper bond like we were talking about before. It's an electronic bond, which refers to your Social Security corporation. So then to the right of that, denomination, click on that, Joe, please. $10,000. Go to that. Then you're going to bond serial number is your Social Security number. If you want to use mine, Joe, you can. You're going to erase it anyway, right?
Well, no, I'm just going to show them the image. I took a screenshot of mine. And
you took a screenshot. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I just wanted to get to this step. These
True. Thank you, John. Appreciate that.
All right.
Thanks, John. John was getting my back. So you'll put in your bond numbers, your Social Security number,
right here,
and then the issue right here.
No dashes like we did it through the GMEI.
Yep.
No dashes.
No dashes. Straight
numbers. Straight Social Security.
Straight 9 numbers.
Right.
Then the issue date is going to be your birthday, the month, and the year. Don't put the specific day.
Now, one quick side note, and John, he has yet to do this because I know you got more money in there, John.
Yeah, I know. I got to go dig.
You got more money in there.
Right here.
Yeah. You click on these right here. Now, if you click on them and put the date of your birth right here, you're going to get an error message at the top, right? And that error message is going to tell you that bond didn't start until this particular date. All you have to do is just go back down and change your birth date to the date that they said that particular bond started.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And then you're going to actually get you're going to get I guess I just got your text.
Yeah, I sent that to you to feed you ahead of time because Heisem is saying about the birth certificate. Yes, you can use your birth certificate. That's a separate entity from this.
Right.
I sent that to Joe. We'll cover that at the end of the show. But yes, you can use that. But that's a whole different situation. For now, let's just key in on this. So, okay, you got your screenshot of the results so they can see.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to open that up right now.
Okay. This is where it gets cool, people, because this is going to be a game changer for everybody. This is God allowing us to get as much provision as we can for the currency, for the gold and silver, for whatever else He has. You have to think of this like a harvest. For those who live around the country where you get climate changes, like in the Northeast or the Midwest, when the leaves come, you got to get the rake out and start digging. Right. This is that time. We're never going to see this again. So you guys have to capitalize on this, and don't say that nobody helped you or you didn't. You're going to get warned. You're being told now. Get the rake out and get ready. Literally.
Okay. Now this is the first page. This is one of the ones I did just doing it simply. I did it incorrectly, but the way I did it, I still had money in it. All right, and we're going to get to the big ones later. But when I did it, I entered my Social Security number and the date issued, and some of the date issued, like this one. This is a E series. They didn't start until 12. Now I did it under the $50 one, right? But I changed the denomination and I used the wrong calculator, so I didn't go straight to the bottom the first time I did it. But I'm going to show y'all when I did it correctly. All right, but go to the next one. The next one, see, there's the second one on the page because it populates it on there too when you do it. And like I said, these are minor because I was doing it incorrectly. I called John, and John got me straight. All right. And this was the savings note. If you do it the savings note, that one didn't start until 12/1999 also. But I'm going to do it again using the regular calculator. I'll do it. Matter of fact, I'll do it while we're on here, and I just won't show that screen and see and black out my social on that. All right. But the next screen, this is the third one. I looked it up on all three. So there's money in those accounts. As you can see right here, there's money in all three accounts. And the date of issue, it started in 1998. And then, see, I did it on all four. So we're going to have to do it on all four the correct way. I just showed you the incorrect way I did it. But John showed you to do it the correct way. And when you do it the correct way, this is what happens.
Zoom in so you can see it.
You do it the correct way, that's what happens.
Boom.
Now, this right here is what I have in this account. This is just one account, and this is just a regular E-Series bond. Now, I didn't do it in the other ones. No, I did do one of them in the other one. I did. Matter of fact, I did. Remember, I did two of them.
Right.
Yeah. But this one here is pretty much 54 grand in that account that I can apply for and get.
Right. It's your money. You don't even have to apply.
And then here's the other one I did. It's the double E series. So, John, you need to do yours in the double.
I'm going to be doing it tonight after the show.
Yeah. And you saw how it populated it also. If you do it on the same screen, it should populate. No, it didn't. It did populate it here.
Right.
But the way I did it last time, it did.
So I want to explain, Heisman is still talking about in the chat about we're supposed to use our Social Security only. For this, yes. He's saying he used his birth certificate and it worked also. Yeah, but that's for a separate reason. This is specifically for your Social Security. I sent Joe Heisman a separate form for the birth certificate, which we'll talk to. We'll address at the end.
Yeah, I'll pull it up and just get it.
At the end of it. But
okay. Remind me to do that. There's a couple of things you sent me I wanted to touch on before.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give them the most amount of,
Now, let me see in the chat. You guys want us to start over again on the calculator? See in the chat is moving slow. There's not too many people in here.
Chris, my friend Chris, I'm just going to address this. Well, you can cash out both. If you have money in the double E, Chris, you can do that. I was instructed by Misty at the time to focus on E because she felt that was the most lucrative. Talking to Joe in the pre-show, he was explaining to me that there is money in some of these other accounts. So technically you can pull from all of them if there's money to be had. No problem, Heisman. Not a problem. So anyway, just to answer that. No worries, everybody.
All right, I'm back on the calculator again. And we're going to start from the top, just to give people, so they can do it when they log off of here, if they're not in front of their computers doing it right now. TreasuryDirect.gov, Gov. TreasuryDirect.gov is up here. All right. You're gonna go. Let me go to the home screen so we can walk all the way through it.
Okay, we're getting some confusion here. So, okay, where do you cash it out? When you go to the bank, after you get the forms finalized, you go to the bank and get it notarized. Once it's notarized, Joe and I will show you at the last page where to send the PO box. It goes to the Treasury Department. They then they confirm the bonds that you submitted, make sure that it's accurate. Once they've done that, then they will send you a direct deposit if that's how you want to get paid. Some people want to get paid by check. I opted for direct deposit. It's just easier. So that's how you're going to get the money. As far as we said before, taxes in the past was a 1099, but because we're transitioning into the constitutional republic, we don't anticipate there being any taxes going forward because it's going to be a flat tax. So income tax won't be an issue anymore.
Well, I can't wait to get off the line because I need to print up my stuff.
Now you mean now that I know there's other ones, I'm going to be
I know. Let's walk them through it one more time. Okay, we're on the home page. We're on the home page, people. Okay. All right, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Move over here.
You guys hustle and do the grind. You're going to be able to get it. Can you use any notary? You have to go to the bank. You have to go to the bank because the Treasury Department recommended going to the bank because that's where the money's coming from. So they want it as much of a direct source as possible.
Well, let me say this, okay? Don't be cheap.
Yeah. Don't try to
sidestep. A difference of $1 or $2. Use the bank notary because you want to stay in house. You want to stay right there and get this whole process done while you're there. Don't go get it notarized from someone else and come back and they may say, well, no, we can't do this because they may need to witness you signing that notary. I mean, signing the document.
That's right.
Because they're about to give you money. All right. And they need to make sure that this is you and you're going to swear to the fact that this is you. Right. So go to the bank and use the notary at the bank. All right. Some people say credit union. If they can actually you
can use a credit union, whatever bank that you do business with. That's all they care about.
Okay.
They made that very clear. We're going to go through the form. Don't worry, guys. I'm saying this to everybody in the chat room, but I've also said this to my buddy Chris and people I've talked to. Don't overthink it. Don't try to get cute. Don't try to build a better mousetrap or reinvent the wheel. Just follow the system. Just follow the directions. You're going to be fine.
Yeah, I say print up.
The bank doesn't even charge you. That's right.
Yeah, they're probably going to charge you for it, but I mean,
no, they don't. No, they don't charge you
for that. No. Okay, if
you have an account there, they know you're going to do business, so they're not going to bother with that.
And they're going to put the money directly into your bank account too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That's why they want you to go to the bank. That's the whole point.
Okay. Now here we are again. Home screen. Okay. Get over here. All right. Is that on the screen good enough, or do I need to go closer?
You might want to go just a little bit closer in case some people can't see that far.
Because they're on their phone.
Well, yeah, if they're on their phone, or I don't know, if they're on an iPad or something,
Right. Okay. Here's the home screen. All right. TreasuryDirect.gov, Gov.gov. All right. Go to the bottom of the page. I'm gonna go down here. I don't want to go too fast because people get motion sickness.
Yeah. Let me just answer two questions.
Yeah,
Yes,
go
this
ahead.
works on the
You know what,
banking system. Deborah, yes, this works on the banking system changes because it's already QFS is already in process. I have a friend who works for Bank of America as a mortgage specialist, and he told me that his fiance lives in Japan, and he's bringing her over, and he usually sends her money on the SWIFT system, which is anything but.
Go ahead and answer for a second.
Yeah, go do your thing. Good. So he sent her money like he normally does, but he told me last week when he sent her the money that it got there in 15 minutes instead of days. So that tells you that the QFS is transitioning over. So yes, it will work, in the transition of the old and the new system. So that's covered. Do you complete the form for each series? Yes. Yeah, Lady Hawk. For each E, I, or double E, you're going to complete the form. What you can do, you probably won't have enough room on the one form, depending on how many accounts you have. But if you have 5 accounts total, you can put them all in one form. So it just depends. Is it normal to have one every 10 years? I'm not sure I understand. I apologize. I'm not sure I understand what that question means. If you can clarify, that'd be great. Shows nothing in the e-bonds. Well, yeah, Chris, I mean, that may be your situation. I mean, these bonds are based on your age as well. So some people, younger people, are probably not going to have as much money as, people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and so forth. But so what? I mean, you're maximizing out what they've been, loaning out against you for a long time. Yes, the video will be up for a rewatch.
Yeah.
Somebody asked a question here, Joe. I don't understand this one. Is it normal to have one every 10 years? I don't understand what that means. Do you know what that's about?
Are you talking about
Tasha asked this question. I don't understand what that means.
Right. Is she referring to the savings bonds or something like that?
I don't know what she just said. Is it normal to have one every 10 years? I don't know what that means.
Oh, she could have been asking someone else a question in there.
Maybe.
Tasha, what are you asking again? Ask that question one more time for me.
Can you clarify that, please? Hey, Cedric, good to see you. I see him on Amin all the time. He's got good input. So, yes, Georgine, you can do this for. She's talking about minors. There's a form for minors.
Right. Well, I think if you have a Social Security number, yeah.
If you have Social Security, depending on their age, it's going to, obviously dictate how much you're going to get. Some 18-year-olds probably get more than a 10-year-old. You would have to expect. Marissa, Marissa is actually an excellent question. Can she do this for deceased parents?
Yeah,
I think you can, but
if you have power of attorney.
If you have power of, yes, if you have power of attorney, you can do it. That's correct. The double E series, she's saying, is it recurring every 10 years? I don't know about that. That's a good question. I think, guys, by the time that we get out of this, we're going to be in the reset. Nothing's really going to. This is going to be small money compared to what we're coming into. But I don't know. That's a good question. I have to look into.
I agree with Trump the way he's doing it because he's not just going to hand it out. You're going to do a little bit of work. You're going to put, because they have
investing in your future.
Right. They have to keep track of where this money, people doing it, and it's probably going to be a one-time draw on it also. So
I would think so.
Yeah, it would cut down on a lot of illegal activity and stuff. So
Brent is saying denomination only select 10,000. No, go through every one.
Yeah, I select all of them. Select all of them.
Yeah, just turn over rocks and see what comes out.
Yeah, let's get back to it. Let me get back to it. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. You click on the calculator. And like I said, we used E series primarily because that's where all the largest amount is. And here, E bonds. Here, 10,000. See, that's where I messed up the last time. I didn't put that in there. Plus, I went a different. I went over here, and I should have went here. And anyway, and you enter your Social Security number here. All right. So let me jump back over here.
While you're doing that, Joe, somebody's asking, Georgine's saying her kids are 18, 16, 17, 13. Yeah, there's going to be money in some of those accounts for sure. And, I was thinking about it while you were setting up the next slide. If you think about it, the child tax credit under the stimulus bill, that's part of NASARA. That's just another way to get you more money. So this is just another sort of invention of NASARA. It's another iteration. So yeah, try your kids. I'm sure they each out a house and home. You might as well get something for it.
Well, yeah, the same amount came in the slide that I show you guys. What was the other one I said I was going to try? The double E?
The double E, I think.
Let me try the double E and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, double E series didn't start until 1980.
I'll show you.
Okay.
No, I didn't see that, Brianna. That was a good catch. Thank you.
What was that?
Brianna saying, did I see where Tasha said about amounts showing up under her Social Security for different years, not just her birth year? So that's interesting. That's a good catch.
Yeah, it's not coming. Nothing's coming up under the double E bond.
So you might not be getting specifically money for that, whereas other people are. So it's very situational.
It was 1980, I think it was.
The date on his is before it was born.
Oh no, it is. Oh man.
Oh, it is coming up.
Yeah, okay. Let me take a screenshot of this and bear with me. I need to black out my social real quick.
Yeah, do that. Thank you, Lady Hawk, for posting the link. Appreciate that. Saves us a step.
Oh yeah. You know what? My fault. I could have done that and.
Oh, sorry.
Brain cramp.
Oh, you got yours shuttling between screens too. So
what's that? First real show anxieties or something like that.
Total. Right. Somebody's asking what's the difference between total price and total value. Well, there's the value of the bond, and then there's the interest that's been accruing on that bond since you were born or before you were born. That brings it up to its current value. So that's basically the difference.
Okay, let me see. Which one is it? Is this it? And yeah, this is I think I did do the double E. Did I do the double E the last time?
I think you did the single E when we were showing the example.
No, I know single E and then double E. I thought I did, but that's only one way to check the images. No,
I'm just gonna
okay.
Grab something up here back.
Okay, go ahead. Well, what I have in that other account, hold on, you guys. I'm trying to black out my social real quick, so bear with me.
All right.
But hey, it was 33,000. It was more this time.
Yeah. Yes, it's a fillable form. She's correct. So there's two different forms that I'm personally using. Somebody's asking which form. This is the most common one. This is the form that Joe's showing you, the 3062-4, and I can't show you everything, but it looks like this. Okay, and then what the woman at the Treasury Department suggested doing an additional form, which is FS Form 1048, and it basically is the same exact thing. The difference is that if you wanted to claim them because they're unclaimed bonds, so you have the option of just they're unclaimed, maybe they're lost, stolen, destroyed. It's kind of a wide net, but it just kind of covers your butt that you're explaining the reasons for why you're doing the bonds this way. So there's two different forms that you can use for that.
But check this out, John. Remember 54, and then the other one was around 10,000, right?
I believe so, yeah.
10 grand. Check this out.
Is that 33?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the other account.
You're getting richer by the second.
Yeah. So that's roughly about $85,000 right there so far.
Yeah.
95 with that other 10.
Yeah.
So I'm probably inching closer to $100,000.
Hey Nasdaq, what's up, brother? Good to see you here. Yeah. I mean, there's people. He's asking what issue date. Oh, the issue date is typically the day your birth date.
Right. Well, it just depends on which one. Now, depending on which one. That's right. When I did it for the EE, hold on, let me zoom in on it. I'm gonna show you. You see the date of issue? It's right here. Instead of your birth date, use that date.
That's right.
And here's the default of it. The moment you put your birth date in it, you're going to get an error message, and right on the top, it's going to tell you this bond wasn't issued until this date. Put that date in there as your birthday.
Correct.
And look, here's James Willis. Hold up, let me get to you. He says he has 85 G's in his.
There you go.
All right. And so, yeah, this is something. This is I don't know what movie this was. This is right now. This is right now money. All right. This is right now. You should be able to get this within a couple of weeks to your bank once you get it in the system. Now we finna shut another system down because we shut the GMEI down. I believe we're to shut them down tonight too.
Bren, the payout is the total value because that's the interest accrued. So it's the total value.
Correct. They're going to close that account out.
Joe, can you? That's right. They're going to close it out. Can you put your mouse under the value just so they can see?
What?
Right there, please. To the right.
Right here.
Right there. Yeah. That's your total value right there, Bren. That's what you're getting paid out.
Yeah. This is the interest right here. This is how much they put on your head. This is how much they put on my head in 1980. $5,000 they put in an account for me under my name.
Right. You get the forms. We're going to get to the forms. We'll get to that, everybody. Patience.
Yeah. We'll go back to it.
There's a system to this.
But you know what?
Yeah, no.
Let's let me come back to us. I want to do I want to go to the I form and see what happens.
Why not? It's a good experiment.
Yeah. So let me close.
Now understand, Joe, let's touch on that for a minute. It's situational. So Joe's going to show you the I form. He may or may not be getting money out of that. You might get money out of it. You might not. It's
right.
It's very what's one for one is not for the other. So don't think it's that way.
This is an I bond that I'm doing.
Wow, Lolita's getting some good coin here.
Where
she did all three bonds and they totaled 159 grand. Good on you, girl.
Yeah, look at you. Hey, girl, what's your name? Where you live?
Letitia. Wow, I might have to hit her up for a loan.
Yeah, and see, like I said, you're doing all three of these, and I don't know if the date of issue on the I bonds, but
yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I didn't really look at it too much. They'll tell you usually, use this date or that because I think we were talking about.
Yeah, it'll show you that. It'll also show you the amount if the amount is not in there.
Okay.
The income, the denomination, it'll also correct you on that also. So let's see. Okay, I'm doing an I bond right now. Let's see what it says. Impossible series denomination, issue date selection. So both of those errors. So I have to change it from the 10,000 and go down. So again, let's go down to the next one. Let's go down to 5,000. And then the date is 1999.
That's what I was going to ask you. Okay, good.
Calculate, and I got 16 grand. It's 16 grand in that one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's 16 grand. So yes, this is working. It's 16 grand in that account.
Cool. To answer Marissa, the second form name is FS form. I can't get it in the screen here. FS form 1048.
Let me see. Is that form on here on that?
It's on the list. It's what the Treasury person suggested as a secondary. You can use both. They just, it's just if you're just wanting to cover yourself.
Hold on,
I'm just giving everybody the option so that at least we told them and they're not caught off guard.
What form is that?
It's FS form 1048. It's lost, stolen, or destroyed bonds because some people maybe they had a bond or they lost it or that type of thing. It's just another way to kind of cover yourself in case you needed it.
Okay. You know what? I know what what I'll do. Watch.
Yes, Heisman. You do a separate form for each one because they have different amounts. Tyrone's asking, Joe, what did you do when the 10,000 didn't work?
I went down to 5,000.
Down to 5,000.
Yeah, I just went down to 5,000, and that was 16 grand in that account.
There you go.
Yeah, so I just posted. I posted on that. That's the second form. That's the and here's the other one. I'm gonna post it again. The other young lady posted it, and I'm gonna post it again. And after this live, if I figure out how to do it, I'm gonna go in and post it. Put it on the the comment section. I'm gonna need to leave these open, and I'll post it in on the comment section when I go in and close up this live.
What date do you use? Joy is asking. Well, that depends on which bond.
Yeah, we can start over because I know it's probably people just now logging in or probably missed that part.
You got about 63 in the chat so far.
Yeah, I got 60 or 66. I know we had more earlier, but yeah, thanks to them messing with my live, they really wanted to get me. I think it was because of that. I said that keyword.
Probably.
I'm trying to do better. I am trying to do
you're
better.
Good. The note description. Where does she see that? I'm looking to see where the note description. Let's see where she's talking about. Did you mean Genesis? Do you mean the inscription? Is that what you mean? I don't know where she's talking about specifically.
Are you still on the calculator?
Yeah, I don't know where she is.
I mean, is she still on the calculator? If she's still on the calculator,
Therese got it. She has it right. She's right about that.
Okay. Yeah, we tried to simplify it as best we could, so we can start over, and I'll go through it one more time.
Let me just answer her question really quick. So, Genesis, she's talking about the inscription on this part of the form here, where you list everything.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to list your. This is what I did. I list my social security number, your full name, your address. I put a phone number, and then I tallied up the total amount of all the bonds that I added there. So just to make it easier for them. Do you pay taxes on the interest? Again, no, because we're coming out of the old taxation of the corrupt defunct corporation. So there's no more income tax. So this won't be applicable later this year into next year. So no taxes. You don't really have to worry about that.
This is the question she was asking.
Okay.
She was asking about this.
That's what I was just talking. That's what I was just talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm just letting them know.
Got it.
Yeah, letting them know. This is the question she was referring to.
You do that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you
couldn't see it, but I couldn't see it.
Well, she obviously saw it. So
thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the protection. Somebody was asking, I think Snook was asking about where to mail the form. Well, we're going to get into that, but it's on the back page of section 6. Tells you the P.O. box.
Is that you, Dwight?
P.O. box in Minneapolis that you send it. Somebody's saying the site is down. Well, try refresh.
Shut it down.
Yeah, apparently we did.
I told you we were going to shut it down. We're 2 for 2 so far, man.
Man, we're like the money busters.
Yeah.
We finally show them how to do it, and they can't even get into it. That's crazy.
But yeah, I posted in the chat. You should see the links for the forms. They're in there somewhere. I don't know if
I saw them up earlier.
Yeah. Then like I said, I'll repost them again. First, let me do this. I'm going to post the page again. Now, I'm going to post. This is the link for the actual website.
No problem. Happy to help. Somebody's just thanking us for the info. Oh, James says he got it. So
okay.
Right, they could just try resetting it. Maybe maybe there's, depending on what platform they're on, they might just have to change platform or reset.
Right.
Should be all right.
Well, once it catches up, I believe, because it's only 66, 70. It's probably going to be about 80 or 90 people tonight going through it. That's not a lot of traffic going through there.
No.
That's nothing. I mean, if they can't handle
Treasury departments, millions and millions.
Yeah, if they can't handle 100 people, something's wrong. But
somebody's asking what amount is the face amount. The face amount is what we just showed you, the interest accrued on the principal. So if it was 10,000 plus whatever the interest, that's what the face amount is.
No, everyone is actually getting too difficult, too deep into it.
Yeah, you're complicating.
Don't try to make it even more difficult.
We said don't overthink it.
Yeah, don't overthink it, because you make it more complicated. We tried to simplify it as best we could. Yep. Just fill out the spots that we told you to fill out.
No, you don't add dashes with the Social Security.
No,
we said that.
no
it's
dashes.
All one set of numbers. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, Marissa, that's great. Praise God. She's over 100,000 already. That's so great. She really, I mean, everybody deserves it, but I've gotten to know her, man. What an amazing woman of faith. She really.
Yeah, two beautiful dogs. I love the dogs.
Yeah, she's. I mean, everybody's had a rough, go of it, but it's just, to different degrees. But she's been a real source of inspiration.
Lonesome dove. What did I miss? Hey, you didn't miss nothing. We'll go over it one more time before we get off and go to the next subject. You know what? Let's go ahead and touch the other things, and we'll come back to this.
Yeah, we can circle back like Jen Psaki.
Yeah, we can do a Psaki on that one.
Except we'll accomplish something.
Yeah, we'll actually do a Psaki on that one. You sent me something else.
Yes, you go through each denomination. Yes.
Yeah, try all of them.
Just uncover rocks. Yep. Just dig, guys. Just dig. It's all there.
Ooh, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna cover this one.
The Lord sure does provide.
John, I'm not gonna cover this one.
Which one?
About the
deaths?
The injured. Yeah, the injured. The 6,000% increase.
We'll save that.
Yeah. Well, we can speak on it in codes. I'm reading. I'm reading a website where it says there's been a 6,000% increase of deaths from the jab, and that's not being reported. So just let you know.
What a shock!
Yeah, if you can just tell your friends, tell people, look. You are setting yourself up for failure big time.
Hey, Heisem, I call her the circle jerk girl. That's my little title for her. Yeah. CNN, what's left of them should say CNN, the most distrusted name in fake news.
You know what? I don't even think they'll be around to even change the logo.
No, they're not long for this earth.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody said, forgive me, I'm slow. What value do I put under the face amount? So the face amount, once again, is the final value to the right. That's with the interest. That's the last number you see to the right. That's going to be the biggest number. Will be your face amount.
You know what? Screw it. Let's go back to it. Blow it back up.
Yeah, this.
Let's go back to it because
keep hearing about people with this death jab and
I know.
Just
it frustrates because it's like you said, they put more effort in reading a back of I got this new massage cream right here that's actually pretty good for you from what I'm hearing. It has ocean sails and olive oil in it and some oysters and all this other stuff. It's supposed to be good for you. I'm reading back here. It has all of this organic and stuff like, instead of going to your doctor and saying, okay, doc, what's in that shot? Tell me what's in that shot. Show me the bottle and give me 20 minutes so I can pull my phone out and look these big ass words up. and
is it certified with the FDA?
Exactly. If it's certified, they say, if this is not certified from the FDA, no, you say I decline. You understand?
That's right. I do not consent.
I do not consent, and getting administered saline solution.
Right. Flashcards for trigger words. So
yeah,
good idea. I thought of that before. I would have.
And it's funny because I have a little post-it thing right here, and It's kind
That's
of
why he's the host.
yeah. I have it right here. I'm already one step ahead of y'all. I have some notes right here. So do not say these words, but I'm gonna.
Yep.
I don't want to
Yep.
stick to my screen because I still, I bounce back from folder to folder and stuff, and
Right.
I may need something else. So
yes, Brianna, I believe you're correct. She was asking anyone born. Yeah, well, you can see it. So
yeah. You got the error code when you did it. You got the error code right across the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had that video. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm just reading the comments here. You can hold it to show us. Yeah, like I said, had I thought of that, I would have done that. But that's why Joe's the host. He's prepared for that. So that's why we call him Big Joe. Of course, Brianna, we got you, girl. We got you. Brianna's about to have her first child in July, so this is.
This will come in handy. This is
very.
Yeah, you need to name your baby Joe John or John Joe, one or two.
We've already got a name for her, so I think.
Yeah, Joe John. Both of them are biblical, so you can't go wrong with either one of them.
Yeah.
If it's a girl, Joanna. Yeah, Johnny. I like Johnny. Joni. Yeah. So hey, there you go. Well, check this out. This is what he was referring to right here.
Yep.
I pulled it off of Officer Tatum's site. It's one of the guys I follow. I've got to support.
Okay, so we're real quick. Lonesome, you are a bond. That's why we said that. You don't need physical bonds. You are a bond to the corporation. So anyway. Wow.
Did you see that?
I did.
I'll replay it.
I can't get to the phone right now. Please leave a message, and I'll call you back after I wake up. Or never. Yes, Lonesome, really. That's why we're going through all this. If it was for paper bonds, it would be significantly less because I don't know anybody who's rushing to the bank to cash a $25 savings bond from 1980 for a whopping $50. So yeah, this is definitely about your corporation.
Yep. This is something else I wanted to chat about, but I don't want to overrun everybody away from everything.
You want to show them the EBS thing?
That was with what's his name, right?
Yeah, Rodriguez. Yeah.
How long is that video?
I don't know. I don't think it's super long. It's probably a couple of minutes. You can bag it for next time if you want.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it. Let me edit it down.
Somebody asked how long does it take to get the money? I don't know the exact date, but if you send it like priority with a shipping confirmation where they sign it, the day they got it, you could probably estimate, I would think, since the money's already in your account and they're just verifying, I can't see it taking more than a week. Should be pretty quick.
Now, this is something that shocked me. And remember, you have to remember that word discernment, the power of discernment. Now, why would they be having any type of explosive test in the Potomac? This is near regular cities and stuff like that. Ask yourself, this is the Potomac. This is right next to Washington, D.C. Why would they do this? This is code. We're going to go ahead and run a test right over here, and we want to, just see how big this explosion can get in this ocean right next to these neighborhoods right here. Oh, darn it! We accidentally flooded the White House in Congress. Oops! God dog it! It was so big. You're fired. Oh man! But yeah, it doesn't make sense to actually set that up. That was a pull on Kanita. She pulled that.
Did she?
Yeah, she pulled that. She's up there. She's watching it like a hawk because she's right there watching in DC.
Well, she's very well. Yeah, that's true. She's
Yeah.
just detail oriented in general, so she
Yeah.
catches a lot of things.
She's catching hell up there. So, all right. Let me go through. I'm gonna see if I can pull out any other questions before we
Wrap up.
Because I want to go through the steps one more time for people
Sure.
listening.
Yeah, because people are still asking about where to get the forms and how to do it, and
some of the same questions, which is fine.
Yeah,
I'm good with that. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm looking. Let me browse through this and see if I can find any questions.
Somebody just answered one of them.
Amina chiming in. What'd you say?
Yeah, she wants some love. We got you, Amina.
Yeah. Oh, of course. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. Neither one of us would be here. So
there you go.
Me and John, we've been knowing each other, but we probably wouldn't be doing this.
Well, the reason I can't get on her shows is because there's a 3-hour time difference too. So depending on when she does it, I may or may not be available. So that's part of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I try to get in when I can.
But me and John been knowing each other for what? Going on 4 years now?
Yeah, through Twitter.
Twitter? No, it was YouTube through Brando.
YouTube, that's right.
It was Brando. Right. Yeah, it was Brando.
Brando.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brando put a lot of people out there because if anybody follows Pimpy's investment chats, he's another one that was on Brando's show also.
That's right.
And he's a well of information himself. He's very good. He has a wealth of information.
He's good. He's particularly good at the silver, the precious metals market.
Yes.
That's like
his metals is crazy. Yeah, he is. And that. And actually, he's okay with the foreign currency as well because he keeps up with the Iraqi dinar. He does, but he does not understand the dong. He does not understand the dong. No, he's a skepticist. That's what that is.
Well, you need a CAT scan if you think that the dong is going to come out at 4 cents. I mean, Trump said very clearly everything's on par with each other.
Even. He said even.
Even. Also, level playing field is referring to what's on the ground. So in Zimbabwe, which case people don't know, 13 million tons of gold above ground, 132 metric tons below. So as those sanctions fall off and they, CCP has officially, it's already fallen away, but like for optics, they're going to be the breadbasket to the world. You've got somebody like El Salvador, which in Spanish is the savior, is the translation. They've got nuclear fission energy under the ground, and they've got plants and fruits and other things, cacao beans and such. That's going to be what their currency is based. So it really just depends on level playing field, top and bottom. What's in the ground. That's something that people really have to consider.
Okay, folks. One more time before we go, I'm gonna do a little music background of it. We're gonna go through the step one more time before we sign off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do I need to zoom in? Can you see it?
I can see it, but you can probably zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that's good.
All right. TreasuryDirect.gov. G-O-V. I posted it in the chat. Let me I'll post it again. Take that off. All right. Go all the way to the bottom of the page. See this right here? Savings bond calculator. That's what you want to click on. You click on that. This is for the people who are just logging in. There are a few people that came in late. It's not that many people. So, but anyway, once you do that, right here, click on that drop down menu, type in E. The denomination, click $10,000. This is for the E bond. If it doesn't take, you'll get an error message right across the top of here. All right, you get an error message. Like I'm going to show you what the error message looks like. All right, so uh, let me jump over here. Let me show you what the error message looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do it under the I. Now I used my birthday, and if I'm right, the I has a different date. Okay.
Yeah, I think it does actually.
And this is the error message I got.
Right.
See, and it tells me that I can't use anything the $10,000 series in the I bond, and also 5/1999 when the first bond was issued. So I can't use my birthday, which is in 69. So I can't use my birthday. So I have to use 05/1999. You guys, I hope you guys understand that. All right. So just remember, this error message is not that it's broken or anything like that. It's just a correction letting you know that, hey, this bond didn't start until 1999. So use that date for your birthday. This date, right? Use this for your birthday.
Yep.
For this I series. And you might need to change the denomination.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So over here, and I think my social security number changed. All right, but I'm going to change the I bond. I'm going to change the I bond to 5,000, and I'm going to enter my social security number. And then I'm going to use, what is it, 0599 and calculate. And that's how I got the okay, I can go there and do it like that. All right. I don't have to black that out. And there it is. I did it under the I. And 16 grand in there.
Nice.
I changed the denomination, and I also changed it right here to 5/1999. May 1999. Remember what Prince says? We're going to party until when?
1999.
1999.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was it.
Wow.
Yeah.
My buddy Chris is it's going to be a nice little baby shower gift for them.
Wow. Chris,
yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to hit Chris up for that loan. As a matter of fact.
Chris. You know what happened? You might need to
follow the rich white man. It's Chris.
Yeah.
It's never me.
This is my other brother from another mother.
There you go. You just became indoctrinated into the family.
Yeah. You see, just shy of 200K. Hey, that's a blessing to you, man. A big blessing to you, man. And I hope this is a blessing to a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I think the key, Joe, is like you said, it's just to dig and just uncover rocks. Be persistent. Don't just give up at the first shot. Do some make some effort. I mean, this is your money, so
Well, yeah. This is what they call the debt jubilee and the great wealth transfer. This is part of the transfer.
To your point, my buddy John Galay had a good point he made offline. He just added here, each day is a bond. So what he's saying is that it's not in a vacuum, that each subsequent day after we collect, there's still interest accruing. So it's an ongoing process.
Not Lonesome Dove. Were you able to pick up? Because I know you came in late. So hopefully if you have any other questions, let me know. And I'll be able to share them with you if you have some more questions.
Yeah. This is interesting. Brianna's really a good stickler for details. Like, she's good at the nuances. She was talking about, just got an error code that's the 500,000 denomination for the I series bond all started in September of 98.
Right.
They were previously entering them as 5/1999. So the 10,000 started 5/1999. Like I think you were saying that before, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm just clarifying.
Well, I say this: go through every denomination. I say go through them all. Just go through them all. Start at 10,000 and work your way down.
Right.
And
well,
just,
again.
Yeah, just check them all. Because I know, John, you're going to go through and have to correct.
Oh, heck yeah.
And do it over. So, which is good because you got more money coming to you. And
exactly.
Yeah, so I recommend everyone click on every denomination, stay there and do them until you do them again 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times, just to make sure. And print them up. Print up each page. Because that way, when you go to the bank, you can actually have, bam, this is what I have. They'll help you fill it out. They'll walk you through it, get it notarized, and it's a waiting game.
Somebody said, is there a limit to how many forms we can mail in? No. It's like to Joe's point, you just print them all out. There's only 3 sets of bonds. So I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
But on those forms, there are different, hold on, I'll show you. There's different boxes in those forms. I know I didn't close it up. I minimized it. I put it at where it is.
Lady Hawk saying she's finding money for each denomination. That's great.
Right. And like I said, if you have children, look your children up. And if you have parents that don't know how to operate, like Biden said, we have parents that don't know how to operate computers. So look out for them. Right. Because he's big on saying what black folk can't do.
Yeah, he's also really good at not being able to put on his skin mask properly.
You saw that, huh? You saw that.
A little wrinkle here, nothing here.
He was supposed to have like Kamala, how she had the turtleneck that looked on like Jabba the Hutt when she was Jabba. Anyway, if you look at this form, let me close this box up. You can actually put each time you run it on there. So it's really 4 denominations. I mean, 4 is I, E, double E, and savings series. So that's 4 of them. So you can run all 4 and put all 4 on here, or 5.
Yeah, I mean, or you could just do separate pages. So like one form could be for I, one form could be for E, double E, etc. You don't have to jam them all in.
Right. Yeah. You know what? You're right. We can do it that way. Right here. You could just. This would be just this form would be just the I form. And then the next one, I would do the double E form and just look up double E in all denominations. Yeah.
Yes. So Marissa, print separate forms for each bond just to keep it simple.
Right. And that way you can, you have it's better organization with that too.
Well, it's less confusion for them too.
Right.
And
let me scan through this. If you guys have any questions about this while I'm scanning through it, let us know before we log off.
Yes, Georgine, the forms are good for the savings note. All the bonds that are listed, they'll all work.
Yeah, and share this video with people. And if I get enough, if you don't follow me on Instagram, shoot me a message on Instagram, and we'll come back on again. If you're not doing anything tomorrow, John, we'll jump back on here for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, if it's just a wrap up, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll wrap this up. We're gonna do it quick because I don't want to be committed to doing this 4 and 5 hours. I just want to get in, get lesson, and get out of it.
Write it down, people, because this way you won't have to keep asking the same question. You'll just be able to refer to your notes. That's what Joe was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Will you be able to use this money? Well, yeah. I mean, that's the whole point. It's yours, of course. That's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Unless you want to give it to us, well, that's fine too. But we suggest you
money, and I want it now.
Yeah. Unless you want to go work for JJ Wentworth or something. Okay, we're getting the same question. So we're going to say this one more time, everybody. So please write this down. The question is, what do we put in the inscription? You put in your social security number, which it tells you. You put your full name, your address, and then I'm suggesting you put in the total amount of all the bonds just to make it easier for them so they don't have to calculate it. That's all. You don't have to do that. That's just a convenience for the Treasury Department.
Well, up here it says provide right here.
Right.
It says
right there. Yeah, tells you what you need
provide
to do.
social security number, for example, your name, including your middle name, initials, address, city, street, state.
Lady Hawk makes a good point. Shows on the form that you can add more. You can add form FS 3500 or plain sheet of paper for more space.
Okay, you said FS.
FF's 3,500. I'm thinking that's for multiple bond forms is what she's talking about. You're welcome, Lenora. No problem. It's a very simple form to fill out. I mean, this should take you less than 15 minutes. You get on the bank, you get on the phone, call the bank. That takes another 10, 15 minutes. So within a half an hour, you're prepped. You know, a half an hour to make tens of hundreds of thousands seems like a no-brainer. There you go, Heisman. See?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think that's what she's referring to. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Good catch, Lady Hawk. That's good.
Yeah. See there? Look at that, man. More minds think alike. Look at that.
Yeah. She's smart.
I'll post this in the chat.
What if you don't use a bank?
How else are you going to?
How are you going to get your money? I mean, you're not going to be able to use a check cashing service if that's what you mean. You have to use it. Just go and open up a bank account. $25. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I know you don't trust banks because I don't either. But you're gonna have to use them.
You got to go along to get along.
Yeah, go ahead and use the bank. If you don't have a bank account, you can't get a bank account or something like that. Have somebody who do, somebody you trust, and trust me, you know it was somebody you trust to get it. You might have to drop something in their hand for doing it, but at the same time, if you don't have a bank account or anything like that, you're going to need some way for this money to go in there. And this is usually banks handle savings bonds. So
Sweet Tea makes a good point too. Credit union, just open up a credit union. You know, if you're so worried about it, or you can do if you have access to a military credit union, then you can use that as well. So.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you, Joy. Oh, Joy, peace.
Thanks, Joy. Appreciate it. Yeah. Good catch, Lady Hawk, on that multiple form. That's good because there's so many forms here. It can get a little overwhelming.
I know. I was in the days when I saw that 54 in mine. I'm like,
yeah.
The
only thing she has is a disability card. Can it be an online?
That's connected to the bank account, but she still have to. I think banks are the ones who handle that, though.
They have to have a way to link it to where it's going. You know, especially if you're doing direct deposit. Yes, Nicole, that's correct. Those forms. Can it be an online bank like Vero? I don't know who is that. Like Venmo? I'm not familiar with them.
I'm not even. I do not know what that is.
I think you want to make sure it's a major bank or credit union just to be safe. You're welcome, Lady Hawk. Thank you for your help with the forms. You made things real simple.
You can't. The 3,500 form is just an overflow form, basically. That's basically what it is. It's an overflow. Right. Instead of having and print out all the original forms, this will probably be an attachment.
Okay, just to answer this question for Letitia, you don't have to fill out any of the boxes of lost or stolen or anything like that. That's for paper bonds. You're just going to fill out. You just leave it blank. You're going to fill out everything else the same way you filled out the other form. Yeah.
Well, all of these forms that I clicked on are on that website.
Right.
Yeah, I just put them in the search box at the top because it was easier instead of trying to navigate through the website to find the form. But each time I clicked, it says for that direct thing when I got the forms. See, Treasury Direct. If you look at the name that I posted, it says Treasury Direct form. So
there you go.
I just put it in the search box and it pulled it up and looked for Treasury Direct, and bam, there it was. So
Nicole, right where he's talking about, Nicole, you just go to Treasury Direct, and once you get the calculator, it goes to forms right at the top. It's very straightforward.
Yeah. Or you, like I said, you can just type it in at the search box at the top.
Right. And Marissa, you deserve it. Praises to the king, absolutely. But well deserved, sister. Well deserved. So how do we tell the bank that we want to cash in a bond? You're just going to go and tell them that you need these forms notarized for your treasury bonds. That's all you have to say. They know what that means. And then they're going to ask for your ID. You'll sign the signature in front of them. They'll stamp the notary watermark, and you're off and done.
This is actually a good question, believe it or not, because you wouldn't believe on how so many companies don't use blue ink on documents. Because when I was a police officer, we had to use black ink when we fill out forms.
Good point.
So this was a damn good question right here. But no, go ahead and use black. You can use blue, of course, but I'll go with black ink because of you can read it better and
it's more corporate too. It's more standard.
Yeah, it is corporate and professional. Yeah, that's why I know
Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes always bet on black.
Yeah, I got 25 years of black ink reports. So, but no, that was a good question, that big boy. Man, that was a good question. I didn't think about that, but I'm pretty sure you can use blue ink, but don't use red.
Well, they're probably going to provide the pens there anyway. So
and they normally they usually have blue or black. It just depends on where they get their fans from, what they're promoting that month. So
this is interesting. Kanita says blue ink means you're a live person. It's interesting. I hadn't thought about that.
No, really? I didn't.
That's new. She's usually good about details, so she probably would know. I never even thought about that. It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up because that's something I don't. Man, you brought up, big boy. You brought
something new every day.
You stuffed us. You learn something every day, huh?
No, again, FS 3500 is not the only form you need. That's an addendum form if you're going to be doing multiple bonds. You need FS form 1048 and 3062-4. Those are the ones you're going to want to use.
Right. Yeah, this is just an overflow form.
That's right.
It's an overflow form. All right.
Yeah.
It's hold on, let me go back to it. I'll go back to it just to show you. And like I said, this is the 3500. This is just an overflow form. The original form you want is this one. This is the original one. This is one of the original forms you want. Let me get rid of this.
That's true, Kanita. That's true.
This is what you really want. And you take your time going through this. Do not rush because you don't want to make a mistake. And they say, "Oh, you didn't check this box, or you didn't correct, sign here like that."
I'm laughing because my buddy Chris is like, when they see my handwriting, they'll know this guy's alive. He writes like a doctor. I get that same. People say, "Are you a doctor?" I said, "No, I don't have his pay, but I'll take it for the chicken scratch."
Yeah.
Plus, I'm left-handed, so that makes it even harder because the world is not set up for left-handed people.
No, you use the right side of your mind though.
That's true.
So you're in the right mind.
There you go. I'll take it.
And let's look and say right here. He said that's true about the blue ink. Man, that's something else.
So you learn something new every day. There you go.
He said blue ink means royal. So I guess we all should be using blue ink then, right?
I don't think they're going to get too hung up about it, to be honest.
No,
I don't think it's a deal breaker either way.
As long as that money is in the account.
Yeah, as long as your signature matches and they can verify it's you, that's all that they're concerned about.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say one thing to the people. They do this every day. We're not the first people to go cash out bonds. This is not some extraneous thing that they've never heard of. It's just we're just leveraging it in a different way than most people. So they know what it means.
I'm trying to click on it, the chat keep moving. And I'm going to remind everyone too, do not sign the form. If you print it out tonight, do not sign the form. You have to sign the form in front of the notary. So do not sign it. You can fill out everything else, but do not sign it because they will not notarize it if you have it signed before you walk in there.
That's right.
Because you could be somebody else and you walk in with a signed document. It's like, okay, this is not you. I need to see you sign a form.
Yeah.
And it's this, 'cause I'm swearing that this is official with your signature. So I need to see you sign it. Right. So you can't walk in there with a pre-formatted document with a signed signature on there. So people, please do not sign it. Thank you, Lady Hawk. Do not sign it.
Yeah.
Well, you can actually print it out, or you can print it and you can print it and do this because I have an app that I can take documents like this and I can actually fill it out on my computer and then sign it later. But you can print it up and fill it out. I mean, if you don't have a printer, you can email it to someone to print it out for you. If you live in an apartment complex, usually you can go down to the office and they'll print something for you. But you want to print out the forms and then take them to the bank, get it notarized. Do not sign it, get it notarized. But I say print everything up, even the calculator page. When you're doing it, once you get the amount there, print that entire page up if you can, if you know how to do it. If
You
you're
want to know?
if you're on
Sorry,
a Mac,
go ahead, Jay.
no, if you're on a Mac, all you have to hit is Command Shift number 3.
Mhm.
That'll actually take a screenshot of that page, or you can hit Command P. That'll print the screen. All right, I know that's confusing, and people will be like, "What did he say?" But yeah, it's real easy. Take a screenshot, print the page, do what you need to do, and fill this out. Get your money.
Brianna, we've already covered this, but I'll cover it again. It's not about paper bonds. That you're thinking in the old system. We are cashing out our corporation bonds under the defunct corporation that they have been making interest at our expense all these years that we are legally entitled to. You're getting mixed up with the savings bonds that grandma would give us when we were kids. This is not that. This is against our corporation. We're cashing out against our corporation. So that's really the easiest way to explain it.
Yeah, let's see. There's form fillers. Yet you can go online to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what part do you want us to? Hold on.
No worries.
Can you?
I think they're asking how to fill the form out. I don't know if they came in late and didn't catch it, but
Which part? Which part were they talking?
Can you go over the part of the form that you fill in? I think it's this one. I think this is what they're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to. You're gonna go through and answer every question that you can answer.
Right.
And if you can't answer it, leave it blank. Don't put anything, because when you go in with the notary and everything, they may be able to walk you through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, don't fill out stuff you don't need to fill out. If
Right.
you're not a
Don't complicate it, please.
don't. Yeah, exactly.
Work.
If you're not cashing out HH bonds, then don't even worry about that. So just kind of stay in the lane and keep it simple.
Yeah, see, this is something I would actually have to ask them, because I don't see I-series. So I see here for the E-series.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, you see?
Right, yeah, I see it.
And they also have the H, but I don't see one for I.
I think that falls right in there. Any series of bonds. This is the E series that I filled out. Or if you had I think it can go here as well.
Okay. I don't mean toggling up like this. I know people get motion sickness on that. So I will. No, trust me. People toggle. If you toggle too fast, I'll get motion sickness.
Yeah. I'm busy looking at the chat, so I missed that fun. You want to address this one, Joe, for me? PJ Boogie saying my mom was born in 1960. Mm-hmm. How come it's saying she has to do for 2021?
Which one did you do? Did you do double E?
Doesn't say.
Now you have 20 bonds in your possession, or is it on the site that you're talking about?
I think she's talking about on the site. I would expect. No worries. Lonesome Dove, you were asking about when you go to cash these out, just go back into the site, a week later, and you'll be able to see if it's accruing more interest or not. You just have to go back and check later on.
Oh, you're talking about making sure that the account is closed? Because I'm pretty sure when you cash out.
Yeah. She said on the site, right? Do you only cash out the one that is mature? No, you cash them all out that you can, whatever ones have money in them. No, you don't put your name in all caps. I was saying, Nicole, that we were a corporation under the defunct system that we used to be, and the way that you knew that was that your name was all caps when you would get mail for like like your bank statement or a credit card or something like that. You don't have to. You don't put your name in caps. I was just making the point that that's how we knew we were a corporation.
All right. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna put the forms in the chat one more time.
Thank you, Joe. No worries. So, Droney, you can do one form for each bond, or you can use that form that, what's her name?
3,500.
3,500 that Lady Hawk suggested to capture them all.
Matter of fact, this is the last. This is it right here on the page.
Yeah, thank you, Kanita. Thank you. Please. Joe, can I just add one thing to what you're saying real quick?
Mm-hmm.
You know the old expression, KISS, right?
Yeah, keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple, silly.
Yeah.
Don't overthink this, guys. Just do what it says. Just fall down.
No, trust me, because I understand where Drone is coming from, because you don't want to make a mistake. You know.
Well, I just meant people in general. Yeah.
Yeah, because all you need is these people say, "Oh, you know what? You made a mistake, so you missed out."
Right.
No.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I feel that.
No, that's fine. I was just saying collectively for all the questions that we're getting about, capital letters or whatever stuff.
Now, PJ, did you go back in? Because I didn't see him respond again. For this, was this the for the I series, or was this the E or double E, or the SN? I think it was. Was it SN? What was that other one? Where did I put it? But yes, if you want to go back, and I recommend everyone do this.
Yeah, circle back.
Yeah, if you want to circle back.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, actually, she brought it back. It's a term that's going to be affiliated with everything that's going on now. This is
lonesome. You fill the forms, then you print them out.
Right. You can.
Other way around. I mean, you can, but that's the long way to do it.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's a fillable form on the site. Let's see.
There is. You can do it right direct, and then just print it out. Are we certain we're not going to go to jail for this? Joe, you want to handle this? This is your world.
No. You're not going to jail for this. This is something that was the executive order, and like I said, I'll get back to that executive order. But look, it's a fillable form, so you can fill it out right there on the site.
I mean, Lady Hawk, we showed you the executive order from the president. So
I'll go back.
Why would they make this available if it's not? I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, unless you want to join me in jail, then we can split the money. We can remember that time we bought nothing.
It was. Let me go to a bigger screen.
I'm just having fun with her. Yeah, maybe you could blow that up a little bit. That'll help give her some comfort.
Now, this is the actual the article.
Read right here, Joe. Go to the second paragraph, please, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
By law.
Right here.
By law. So it's very legal. Oh, you think we can do jail? No way. Joe's too pretty for jail.
Oh, hey, hell yeah, man. I can't do no jail, man. Shit. No. Those dudes don't care in there because a lot of them ain't getting out, so they don't care.
Yeah, John's right. The pen is mightier than the sword. Absolutely. Yeah. This war is being fought with pens behind the scenes. That's correct.
You know what? I'm going to post this.
You can do anything you want, Lonesome, as long as you're not money laundering or sex trafficking. It's your money. You can do anything legally you want with the money.
I'm gonna post this link on there so you guys can read the article. I'm leaving all these windows open that way I can.
Lady's insulting me. We're trying to give her money and she's asking us if this is illegal.
No, I'm not worried about that because
I'm giving her a hard time.
We can check it out. You can check it out before you do it if you want to make sure.
Yeah.
If you want to make sure, go to the bank and ask them. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and fill it out because these are documents. You go to the bank and file it. They won't file it if it's illegal.
Exactly. They wouldn't have told me at the Treasury. I called the Treasury Department, Lady Hawk, this morning. So if there was a problem, they would have told me right then and there. I was very transparent about it. Can you, Joe, can you go real quick on what is the executive order number for that for President Trump? I don't think I caught that. Hey, Lonesome, you could just buy an RV and kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah. Here it is right here. I don't see the executive order number.
It takes about a week, Lonesome, once they get your forms because the money's already there. They just have to verify it and then direct deposit it. So it's not that long. Joe thinks the crayon mighty. That's funny.
Oh.
That's funny, Chris saying Joe thinks. I think you're giving him too much credit, or whoever's behind that mask.
I'm trying to
James Woods.
I don't see an executive order number, but it says executive order promoting redemption of savings bond. So I guess that would be the title of it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way to find out.
Right. I mean, just put that title in there because this is from the White House.
I mean, you could go to whitehouse.gov and search it that way.
Right. But I would look at right here.
Well, Lady Hawk, if we go to jail, you'll have enough money to bail us out. So think of it that way.
Yeah. Did I post it in the chat? Did I post this in the chat? No. I'm going to post this in the chat. If I haven't, I mean, if I did, I'm just going to do it again. And yeah, I'm just going
to. Executive order. Somebody was nice enough to put the order number. Cornelius, Executive Order 13698.
Where are you at, Cornelius? Okay, there you are.
Cornelius at the end. Thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, I thought much appreciated. Thank you.
I put up the actual executive order, but no, this is a link from the ad that
this just saves time.
Yeah, that article we looked up.
You feel better now, Lady Hawk? You getting all your info? Oh, there we go. National Archives. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Cornelius, again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deborah, I would try the savings note. I would, again, uncover all the rocks. You don't know unless you check. So just go through all of them and, see what you get.
Let me click on this and see. What is it? Executive order was that?
13698, he said. That's great that you could access it that quickly. That's awesome.
Excuse me. Y'all look away.
You're hurting my feelings, Lady Hawk. Man, what do you think we are, chop shop guys?
698. That's the executive order 698. No, it's 698 or 798. 136.
He's saying 13698.
98. Hostage recovery.
Yes, they file them once. Well, they file them once they get to the Treasury Department. Once you get the documents, yeah. Oh, he said 13968.
Okay,
he's correcting it. Nine. That's what it was. Okay.
Okay. All right. Go back to it.
I know, lady. I'm just. This is what I do. I tease. I'm just having fun with you. Don't take it personal.
968.
What's the P.O. box? It's on the bottom of page 6 of any of those forms. It'll say send to. When Joe comes back on the live feed, I'll show it to you.
Yeah, it's here under. Yeah, you're 100% right. Okay.
Yep, there it is. Thank you, Cornelius. Very helpful. Appreciate it.
Let me correct it. There it is. All right.
Now, you're right, Lady Hawks. December 2020. That's right.
Now, what did you need me to do?
I'm just gonna. If you put me back on the show, I'll just show the. Somebody's asking where to mail it to. So at the bottom of the page here, it says mail to, right above the phone number. So when you get that form,
hold on. Let me get rid of this. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let me. It says where to send. I don't know if you can see that here because my screen's not all the way full, but it says where to send right in the middle there. P.O. Box, Minneapolis.
Okay, hold on. I think I can find it on this.
If you can find it, that'll help because I don't have a full screen to show them. But
Okay, it's just the same. It's a couple of. They both have different addresses too. Oh man, that's even better. Check this out.
Go for it, brother.
Right
There you
here.
go. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, they even have it for the E series and the double EI. It's all right there.
If anybody's watching us on their phone, they can screenshot this and then reference it later if you need to.
Yeah, screenshot it, but I recommend just going ahead and print because this form is in the link that we posted. The link that posted, these forms are in there.
Yep.
All right? And like I said, I will post it in the comment section after this when I go back in and move around the chat, some information on the live and post it and repost it, make some corrections. But other than that, yeah, this is it.
This is it.
All right, folks. Get back to this. I want to thank everyone for watching the show. I know we ran longer than what we wanted to, but it was well worth it. It was
definitely
well worth it. I enjoyed it. And hopefully, like I said, if you follow me on Twitter, this is almost self-explanatory, but if we could probably come back again and do just a wrap up, just to touch some things, because I know tomorrow I'll probably be at the bank, filing this paperwork. I'll be up tonight printing and filling out stuff, and running all the numbers on each and every one of them. And I know John's going to do the same because I know
as soon as we get off, and
you got more hold. But other than that,
I have cash on the table here, man.
Yeah.
Just real quick, I want to answer Lonesome's questions. I'm sorry, Lady Hawk's questions. The form I'm personally using is, again, the one we showed you, 3062-4. And then you can use 3500 if you want to do the elongated series of forms, which I will definitely be using thanks to Joe over here. So thank you, everybody, for helping out. And thanks to Cornelius, too, for providing that EO. That saved some time.
Yeah, it did save a lot of time.
I think that's all we got for now. All
right, people. Until next time, that's Black Pillar. I'm getting choked up from the water. It's a good year. This is alkali.
Yeah.
Good year. Anyway, yeah. Until the next video, hopefully John will be game to repeat probably next week.
Sure.
Try to pick one day next week and do the same thing, a financial day. Call it Financial Friday or something like that.
Yeah.
Payday
Friday.
We may have something this weekend, so
yes,
we may have some steps to tell people come next week. And if we do, we'll do a live early. We'll chime in and do one early. But other than that, folks, thank you all for joining. Like, share, subscribe, especially share this because there's going to be a lot of people out there that's going to want to see this. But other than that, people, thanks a lot for tuning in. All right.
Yeah. Thank you. God bless everybody.